Do you find that you're limited on time, or you're struggling to make healthy things or things that are interesting that you want to eat both for your kids and for yourself? Well, in today's video, I got you covered. I've narrowed it down to 15 of my Amazon lunchtime must-haves. Now, these lunchtime must-haves are not just for lunch. They could be for breakfast or for dinner. If you're new here, I have 4 kids and they are in multiple activities, so I am making a ton of lunches. Not only do I want them to eat healthier, but I want to save time, I want to save money, so many good things. And these are lunchtime, dinner time, breakfast time must-haves that I also use myself to help keep me in shape and fueling myself. Everything I talk about here today will be linked in the description box below. I'll also pin it in the comments section, or you can scan this QR code on screen if you're watching from your TV or your iPad, and it'll take you to everything in this video. I also have one nice link in the description box below and pinned in that comment section that again will take you to everything. That way you don't have to click back and forth between here and YouTube and Amazon. You just click that one link. Also, there are so many more lunchtime must-haves that I wasn't able to include in this video because, well, that would be like an hour-long video, and who has time for that? So here are my top 15. This salad spinner, hallelujah, and the salad chopper. I love the salad spinner because you can easily get your salad cleaned up. I like to buy the heads of romaine lettuce, then chop them all up, put them in the salad spinner to rinse them out, and then they're ready to go all throughout the week, or however long my lettuce and spinach will last me for. Sometimes I'm able to put this entire salad spinner in my refrigerator, which is nice. I don't have to put it into another container, but that's only if my fridge isn't already filled with all kinds of other things. But I love when I have fresh salad at my fingertips. I've saved money because I've chopped my own salad exactly how I want it. And in fact, these salad chopping scissors, if you will, I went to a friend's house for dinner and she had them and I'm like, what in the world are those? Where have those been my entire life? Those are amazing. You just get those nice chops that you get when you go to a fancier restaurant and you have those chopped salads. Well, now you can make them at home. And in my lunchtime must-haves list linked in that description box below or in the QR code right here, I have some really cool bento boxes for adults when it comes to making your own salads on the go. This salad spinner is something that I use every single week. We're gonna get to some other items. Well, you know what? I feel like I use all of these items almost every single day because we have lunches at home to take to school, and then we have lunches in the evenings because we're not home often because of kids' activities. I'm just like a lunch making ninja around here. Dinner making, on the go making, you get it. By the way, this salad spinner is a #1 bestseller, and over 10,000 people have purchased this within the past month. I always like seeing how many other people also love this item. These are also a #1 bestseller. These insulated food jars, great for us as adults, but also for our kids or our grandkids. Did I mention these are a #1 bestseller? They come in a variety of different colors. Now, I have got the thermos insulated jars that are a little bit taller, but it is harder to like get in there and dig to the bottom. I love these. They're easier to get inside. There's so many different color options. I got one for each of my kids. And the best part about this, they keep your food warm. So I can pack warm lunches for my kids. And in fact, last night I made macaroni and cheese for all of my kids, and then I cut up a chicken patty and put it inside, and it stayed nice and warm for several hours. One had gymnastics, one had dance, one had soccer, one had baseball. Yes, we were just everywhere last night. I also recently took these to an apple orchard, and rather than buying the food at the apple orchard, which is super expensive, my kids hardly eat any of it. I end up wasting a ton of money, and it's just not as healthy of an option. We ate in the back of my Suburban, and I packed these thermoses. It was really fun and exciting for my kids to have a little picnic in the back of the car, but to also have something nice, warm, and tasty. This time I did a little macaroni and cheese and hot dog combination. I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Daily Harvest. You know, as a busy mom of 4 working full-time, our mornings are super chaotic and hectic. And when that happens, I often skimp on, well, a protein-packed breakfast, even my kids. That's why I'm loving Daily Harvest protein smoothies. They are so good and come in a variety of different flavors. With Daily Harvest, you always have clean food that is ready when you are. All the food is 100% gluten-free, dairy-free, nutrient-dense, and made without refined sugar. You won't easily find all these nutrient-dense ingredients in your local supermarket. The high-protein smoothies have 20 grams of protein, no added sugar, and no whey. A great source of fiber and an excellent source of iron to support your energy levels and gut health. There are 2 brand new flavors with Daily Harvest. One is the strawberry banana high protein smoothie, and the other is the tropical greens high protein smoothie. Daily Harvest makes it easy to build a healthy morning routine with ingredients you can actually trust. Daily Harvest food is grown, not engineered, so these are ingredients that you can trust, just fruits and vegetables. Okay, you won't even believe it. I was so impressed. I've never tried this. I actually just licked a little bit out of my blender, but this is a mint and cacao smoothie. I don't know, like a chocolatey mint flavor. I actually looked at it and thought this would be kind of disgusting, but it's so good. I actually do know how they do it. I want to make sure that you're able to get your hands on these goodies too. So I have a 15% off discount code for you of your box of $100 or more. You can scan this QR code on screen, and you can also click the link in the description box below using my code Andrea Jean-15. What do we carry all our delicious lunch goodies in? Now, I have tried several options, so I'm bringing you the #1 bestseller, which I loved, but I'm also bringing a newer version that I just purchased, which I'm also excited about. Often my kids need 2 lunch boxes because, again, one is going to school, and then while we're at home, I'm packing the dinners essentially and putting them in lunch boxes. So just a lot of lunch supplies going on here. The first lunch box is a newer version, and I love it because it has the carrying handle and it's a little bit more flat on the bottom. I find with certain things, I want this particular style of lunchbox. Now, the next one that I'm gonna show you is also excellent. That one is the #1 bestseller. But all of these lunchboxes come in a variety of different patterns and colors, both for kids and adults. I did purchase 4 of they both have handles, if you will. I'm not quite sure what to call this one. This one stands up a little bit better because the base is wider than the next one that I'm gonna show you. So if you were to decide which one to get, I don't know. That's why I have like 15 lunch boxes at my house. But I wanted to give you some options. I purchased the llama and the cactus. I also purchased the pineapple one. I purchased the red panda version as well so that we can use these interchangeably. The second lunch box option works a little bit better if it's gonna lay on its, I don't know, like kind of like this, not on its side, on its back. I mean, they're all great. All of these are going in my kids' backpacks, which are housed vertically. I'm just a little bit of a lunchbox snob. I think that's why I just like some choices. So all of these are excellent options. They hold up through my kids going to school, getting on the bus, getting off the bus, going to activities, and everything stays nice and cold or warm as it should. This leads very nicely into ice packs. Now, again, I purchased several different options here. This first one, if I'm remembering correctly, is also a #1 bestseller. 4 come in a pack. Over 10,000 people have purchased these within the past month, and there are several different color options. I love these because the sleek design, they fit in nicely together, they store nicely. In my freezer, I can put them in any sort of size lunchbox. They keep things cold. They do exactly as what they should do, and that makes sense why 10,000 people also love these. The next ice packs, which are super fun, were amazingly well too. But sometimes I want something a little bit fun. You know, making lunches can get a little boring, a little mundane, but not thanks to my lunchtime must-haves. Not only for ourselves, I get bored with the same thing. But anyway, back to these ice packs. Sometimes the ice pack makes the world of difference. You could get a dinosaur version, a unicorn version. Maybe I have some ice cream cone options. There's spaceship options and planet options. Sharks, cars, I was gonna say like monster trucks. I mean, really anything to spice up the lunchtime routine. This one might be one of my favorites. It's one of my newest finds. The other items I showed you I've been using for years and years, other than like the carrying handle lunchbox with the bigger flat bottom is what we'll call it. But it's these mason jars with these silicone covers, lids, and straws. I love these so much. I actually have 8 total. 4 come in a pack in a variety of different colors. These are awesome because we're not using plastic, we're using glass. They're easy to put in your dishwasher. It makes it fun for my kids to drink their morning smoothies or really any sort of drink inside of them. They feel special, they feel cool. But not only that, I like using them as well. They look so pretty in my cupboard. They are functional. The different colors can designate for different people in your household. Nobody wonders whose drink is whose smoothie is whose, I don't know, lemonade is whose. They know based upon the color. Now, if you don't want to put the straw inside, they do come with tops. So maybe you wanted to make some overnight oats in there, or maybe some breakfast parfaits, which we'll get to a little bit later in this video, but you could do the exact same thing with these glass mason jars / glass, I don't know, cups, smoothie holders, beverage holders. They're dishwasher safe, they're microwave safe, all around excellent products. So happy I purchased these. These are fun, super, super fun. I mean, you could give this to your husband if you're packing his lunch, or maybe your wife or your girlfriend, your kids, of course, grandkids, but it's these lunch notes. I'm gonna give you 2 options that I have purchased. Some of them have jokes on them. Some of them leave space for you to write an extra special note. My kids love these because 1, they get to read the joke, share it with their friends. It's something fun to look forward to during their lunchtime, but I like to write a little note on there like, have a great day, Natalie, you're a rock star, Matthew, I'm so proud of you, love mom and dad. It's just that little extra special touch that my kids know, hey, mom's thinking about me, she's encouraged me to do well. At least it makes me feel good as a mom. Those little notes just being left around the house or in different things just makes such a difference. Maybe a kid's having a hard day at school with peer stuff, work stuff, teacher stuff, who knows, but that lunch note can make such a difference in changing up their day. Let's talk about a #1 bestseller. It's these Bentgo lunch boxes. This is great because it saves on plastic bags that you would throw away. They come in a variety of different colors. I love that. They have the perfectly segmented compartments for different things. These are great for an adult, but also great for kids. We primarily use them for our kids. I love them so much. I think I have maybe 7 or 8 different of this exact Bentgo lunchbox. It keeps everything nice and cold, and they're just so stinking cute and fun. And you can also put them in the dishwasher. In fact, we've been putting ours in the dishwasher almost every single day for several years now, and they have still held up. I was just second guessing whether these were dishwasher safe, and I checked the Amazon description, and yes, in fact, they are. Sometimes I wonder because I've had these for a decent amount of time now. I like to share the things with you that have worked for a prolonged period of time rather than randomly opening up a box before filming this video and be like, hey, look at this cool product, you should buy it. I have never actually really tried it. I've thought that sometimes from other purchases that I've made, but I do my best to make sure everything is tried, true, and true. Slicers and choppers, anything to make your prepping experience easier, and anything that's dishwasher safe, I'm excited about. It's the strawberry banana chopper. You could put grapes in it. You could put basically anything in there. The blades are relatively sharp, which I'm really impressed by, but if you want the perfectly shaped strawberries or bananas and you just want to chop, throw them in lunches, make a peanut butter and a banana sandwich, you certainly can do that. You can use this with eggs. You can use this pretty much anywhere. For just under $8, this little chopper has definitely made its money's back. And by that, I mean I've saved time in the kitchen, and we were able to eat at home more frequently, which saves just a heck of a lot of money, especially with 6 people in this family. Just to go out to eat, let's say we went to, I don't know, Subway. That's one. I like Subway, but when my family goes and we just get like 6-inch sub meal deal type things, it'll cost us like over $60. Like, it's insane. This pizza wheel cutter, I believe this is a #1 bestseller. Again, I've had this for several months. I love that the blade closes, so it's not just sitting sharp inside your drawer. I don't have to worry about little hands getting in there, and it's super fun to use and compact and small, so it's great for storage and organization. The parts come apart very easily, and you can wash them up. I just checked. Over 7,000 people have purchased this pizza wheel cutter. Not just great for pizzas, by the way, we'll get to that in a second, but have purchased this within the past month, and it's currently 50% off. Now, I love this for pizza, pancakes, quesadillas, sandwiches, basically anything that's kind of flat shaped that you want to cut. Now, kitchen scissors do work awesome, but I find that I'm able to cut better and faster with this pizza wheel. Although it shouldn't just be called a pizza wheel because, again, it just cuts everything. It's the perfect ergonomic design, so you can really get in there should you need to, rather than like a stereotypical pizza cutter. I like this. Oftentimes when you're prepping lunches, dinners, and breakfasts, you need good cutting boards. I love this brand. I believe it's Joseph & Joseph. They're just calling it Joseph. So these cutting boards stick to the back of my door. That way they're not taking up precious real estate inside of the shelving within my cupboards. 2 different sizes come in a pack. I love that it's sleek. It looks nice. You can throw them in your dishwasher. I can grab them quickly. I use a ton of cutting boards around here basically every time I'm prepping a meal. I don't know. I'm not gonna throw my husband under the bus, but I'm sure someone can relate to this one. Sometimes he'll just throw stuff directly on the countertop, like prepping sandwiches or meals, and I'm like, you just threw that on the countertop, even though we do clean our countertops multiple times a day. Something about that is so weird to me, so I always have to put a cutting board down or something down and put my food on top of it. Let me know if I'm the only weirdo that does that, or maybe you too just grew up plopping stuff on the counter and prepping it from there. I don't know. And you know what? I'm sure I do a lot of stuff that I've just grown up with, and other people would be like, Andrea, that's so gross. That's so weird. Why do you do it that way? But you don't know any different unless someone else shows you a different way, right? But moving back into these products, this cutting board is excellent. I wish that I had purchased this sooner. And it's been sticking on my cabinet door for 6+ or more months, I would say. No problems. This next one I've had maybe for over 2 years. They're so good. These airtight food storage containers. Oftentimes, if you want to save money rather than buying the individual baggies of Goldfish and pretzels and Skinny Pop, if you could put them in some sort of airtight container, larger portions, and then just pour out the serving that you want, you're gonna save yourself so much money. Not only are these airtight food storage containers excellent for all the different snacks that you want. By the way, so many pieces came in the set. Let me check. Yeah, 24 pieces. I have more than I actually need in my home. But should I need them, I have them. But I love putting my baking supplies in here, the sugar, the flour, the powdered sugar, and even some chocolate chips. So many different sizes available for these. And I love these. They keep the food airtight exactly as it says, and they've held up for so long. They do come with labels, so if you like the labeling option, you certainly can do that. I change things out so frequently when it comes to the containers in these, or the foods in these containers. The labels I don't necessarily love dealing with. However, when it comes to baking supplies that I don't rotate as quickly, love a label for that, especially if it's like powdered sugar versus regular sugar and you're at a distance and I'm 40 and my eyesight is not what it was when I was 20. I have to like get up in there and see, but okay, so this is a reason I do like a label. This is a newer find. This was viral on Instagram. It's this insulated grocery bag, and I'm like, Andrea, why in the heck did you not have this sooner? I love going to Fresh Time, so you bring your own bags. If you don't, you have to pay for the bags there, but I also love going to Aldi because one, it's smaller. You can get things there that you can't get in other stores. If I'm in Target, I'm cruising the aisles and I'm like tripling my budget, buying all the things that I think that I need. Let me know if you can relate to that one. So when I go to Aldi, I save so much money and their produce is excellent. But you do have to bring your own bags, which is great. It's more environmentally friendly that way. But oftentimes I have to run, pick up a kid from dance, take him to soccer, so I can't get the food immediately home. So that's why I love this insulated bag. But this is also great if you're packing lunches on the go, like we had went to the apple orchard. You can put everything in this bag. It's not only insulated, but it can just carry all your stuff. I love the sleek design. I love that it sits upright. You can condense it should you need to. So when I go to Aldi, all I have to do is put all the items in the bag, check out, put it back in the bag, carry it so nicely into my house. That's amazing, right? It comes in a variety of different color options. In fact, I want the blue option and I'm just looking. There's a cream brown version. There's a green version. This would also make an amazing gift idea because almost everybody at some point in their lives needs an insulated bag. And the price point on this is amazing. I'm just thinking, what would be a really fun gift idea? You could do like a nice cozy blanket with this bag, like a picnic sort of fun bag, although it's going to be colder here soon, but you could do an indoor picnic. I'm just trying to think of some different themes that you could pack along with this bag. I mean, the bag as a gift itself is enough, but I like little themes, you know what I mean? This next one, these are amazing. It's these divided snack containers, not only great for the kids, but great for ourselves. If you're anything like me, when it's in between meal times, I'm getting snacky, I'm starting to get hungry, and what I typically gravitate towards, like the carby, sweet, savory things, which can be good, but at the same time, if I have certain goals, maybe tighten up some areas, I should probably be eating things that are more protein packed that are really going to sustain me until dinner time, such as some hard-boiled eggs. Maybe I want to put some cheese sticks in there, some nuts in there, maybe apple slices. Just set yourself up for success. And when I say that, I'm speaking to myself as well. If I can get everything prepped for the day, I have a successful day. These are great for kids on the go. Again, if I have pre-packed these snack containers, my kids are more likely to get healthier options when it comes to their snacks. If they go in the pantry, they're getting the high carb stuff, which is fine, but at the same time, it's good to mix in some other things like maybe a fruit and maybe a cheese or something with calcium and protein in it. They are also dishwasher safe. These could be great if you're going to the gym, if you work outside of the home, if you're like me running around away from home all evening long and you want some nice snacks in there, some cherry tomatoes, some grapes, like Not only do you feel better, you often look better, and you just overall want to be better. And if you are brand new here, I was a former college gymnast and pole vaulter, so health and nutrition and exercise and fitness has been such a huge part of my life. In fact, that's how my husband and I met in college, pole vaulting together. And so I'm hoping to instill some of these habits onto my kids as well. And hopefully I can help you in your home, because I know life gets so crazy busy. When that happens, I get off track and I start eating more junk, and more junk leads to more junk. And you know, the holidays are just around the corner too. And so whatever we can do to set ourselves up for success, heck to the yes. Moving into this over the sink strainer, I opted for the yellow version, but there are a variety of different color options if I'm remembering correctly. Oh yeah, there are a lot of different color options. There's like a pink, there's a teal, there's a black. In fact, yep, it's sitting on top of my sink. It's almost always there if it's not in the dishwasher or put away for like a hot second, because I get tired of things sitting out after a while. But I use this every single day, multiple times per day. Here's how I use it. One, to strain things. You could do noodles. Usually I do this with fruits and vegetables. Often I'll set things in there. Maybe I'm hand washing things and I want to set it somewhere, so I'll put it in the strainer as the water drips off, and then I can go dry it. What else do we use it for? Things that need to be washed that don't yet fit in the dishwasher because the dishwasher is running. Basically, everything. This is amazing. This is why I'm bringing it to you. I maybe have showed this in previous videos, but it just comes around again. If you don't have this, you're gonna want this. It makes your life so much easier. This next one, again, several years, it's this egg cooker. Now, you certainly could make hard-boiled eggs in your oven, but I don't want to preheat my oven and wait for the oven. You could make them by boiling water. Again, don't want to wait for boiling water, don't want to deal with a big hot pan. So this egg cutter, we talked about the egg cutter previously. This egg cooker is amazing. Now, they do make a double-decker option, which I have attached in my lunchtime must-haves list, which I wish I would have gotten because I could make more than 8 eggs at a time because we have a larger family. But having hard-boiled eggs on hand is an excellent way to stay on track. They keep you full, they keep you satiated. So again, you're not digging for those carby things. They're good for packing on the go for lunches or for dinners or for breakfast. A good source of protein, and eggs are, well, at one point they were more economical. I think prices have dropped a little when it comes to eggs, but compared to like getting a chicken breast or some sort of protein dairy item, they are relatively good cost. But back to the eggs, rather than the cost of the eggs, this egg cooker comes in a variety of different color options, which is super fun. All you need to do is put a little hole in your egg, pop it in there, push the button, and it will sing to you when your eggs are done. And you can easily clean out this egg cooker and then put the hard-boiled eggs in your fridge for when it's time to eat them. Make an egg salad sandwich, an egg salad wrap, a salad, just as a snack. Anything really. Just like under 20 bucks, $19.99 for this egg cooker. Definitely got my money's worth on this one. Let me know if this happens to you. You buy fruits and vegetables and healthier things, and if something is about to spoil in your refrigerator, say the vegetables or the hard-boiled eggs or just things are gonna go bad, I force myself to eat them because I don't want to waste my money or feel like I've been cheated because I didn't eat it. So there is some bonus to buying perishable things because, one, I definitely get my money's worth when I eat them because I don't want them to go to waste. I may not want the hard-boiled egg and salad greens for that particular day, but I know they're gonna go bad if I don't eat them, so then I just eat them. Same with leftovers in my refrigerator. I make meals and sometimes my kids don't like them. I just end up eating all the leftovers. I have this taco pasta in my fridge right now that, this is maybe the 5th meal that I've had of it. Oh my gosh. Someone let me know if you could relate to that one. I don't want to waste it. My kids they didn't like it. It's okay. Let's move into our last item in this list. It's these vintage jars, if you will, with bamboo lids. They are so beautiful. They just look nice in your cupboard. It's functional. You can make yourself some yogurt parfaits and prep it the night before. Put them in these containers, put them in your refrigerator. You could do some overnight oats in here. You could use it as a coffee cup, a latte cup. Guests come over, you have something really nice to serve it in. You could do a bread pudding in here. So many different options. You could do teas in here, and I just checked under $20 currently on sale at the time of filming. What an excellent price point for a gift, and they are just functional. They're fabulous. They're gorgeous. I would have loved these as a gift. Over 2,000 people have purchased these within the past month, and for good reason. I wish I would have gotten them sooner. And the reason they're included in this lunchtime meal prep, dinner prep list is because if you can prep your breakfast the night before and then you wake up in the morning, you have this big, beautiful cup to enjoy your breakfast with, well, you're good to go. I often actually like yogurt parfaits for lunches and dinners as well. They're refreshing. You get some fiber in, some antioxidants in, protein from the yogurt, and then put a little granola in there. You could do a protein granola. You're set. If you love this video, I in fact made a kitchen must-have playlist. So not necessarily tailored to things and eating on the go, but a lot of the items you can use for on the go. I'm gonna link that playlist in the description box below. You all love this video, and for good reason, because we're all busy. We wanna eat healthier. We wanna make our lives easier. I'll also pin that kitchen must-have playlist in the description box below and pin it in that comment section. Thank you again to Daily Harvest for sponsoring today's video. Make sure you scan that QR code on screen here or click the link in the description box below so that you can get 15% off your first box of $100 or more using my code AndreaJean15. If you're not following me on Instagram, especially Instagram stories, make sure you do it Andrea Jean-Co, because every single day I share on Instagram stories daily deals, top sellers, worth the click, behind the scenes, sneak peeks of things you're gonna get on Instagram before they make their way over here to YouTube. And it's such an excellent way to connect easier and faster. That's Andrea Jean-Co on Instagram. And we have got to keep the fun going. So click this video on screen now, thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you, my friend, in the next one.